Today we have longtime friend and customer's Foxbody Mustang. I've probably tuned 20 or more cars for him, and he sends me all kinds of work. This is his newest creation. One of my favorite parts about working with him is he just wants to make as much power as he can on everything, and he's not just perfectly okay with blowing things up, but almost borderline encourages it.
I don't take that responsibility lightly.
So with this one, maybe we'll just go crazy and... All right, so rundown on the setup is it's a Gen 3 5.3. BTR Stage 2 Turbo Cam, Pack 1220 springs, eBay 80mm turbo.
The biggest and the best.
It's not a VS or anything, it's just straight eBay. Dual eBay wastegates, 1.3 5-inch intercooler, 3.5-inch charge pipes. It does have an AEM True Boost controller and a AEM meth kit, so no doubt combination AEM products will end up pissing us off throughout the day.
Who the fuck wants to be happy all the time?
Got Power Glide, FIC 1000s, Airmotive A1000 pump. The brakes suck. Order new ones when you tell me it didn't blow up. And if you need me throughout the day, call my cell. I turn my messages off because, and I quote, bitches be tripping. So, sounds about right. I asked what he wanted to make power-wise, and he said go as high as you feel comfortable and then go a little bit past that. So, we'll see how the day plays out. Eventually I got him to throw a number out, and not only is it a sketchy number on a Gen 3 motor, but it's entirely sketchy on 93 octane with or without the meth. So I'm not quite sure where we're gonna end up, but let's have some fun. All right, first thing we're gonna do is actually verify that the methanol is working, because if that's not working, we're just gonna light this thing up basically immediately.
Where my dogs at?
One of those can't hold the camera and do it at the same time type of deals, but all right, so that's not good. Got 10 pounds of boost or something. We got literally nothing coming out of here. So it either means that the boost source for this is pre-intake manifold, or maybe the line's kinked or something. But this is exactly why I try and test these things. So you can hear, obviously, you got boost. So now we got to figure out what the difference is. So now we're hooked to exactly the same line, but just going through the T. Oh, that was before it. And I haven't checked it here, so it's working in here. Slowly narrowing it down. Bitch. All right. All right, that's what I thought, you raggedy bitch.
It's sexist, but it's about friendship.
All right, swapped some fittings and T's and shit around, and we're back in business now. Meth wouldn't have worked, our fuel pressure regulator would not have increased fuel pressure, and our wastegates wouldn't have opened. So it was basically like a nuclear disaster ready to happen. That C10 is sick. We built the turbo kit for it a few months ago. Oh shit, it's probably been a good bit longer than that, but it's one of those long-term projects. He's finally got it up and running. The thing looks good. I wish it was mine. The best part about the learn table is you get to see what was going on before the car made it here. So we've seen about 16 pounds of boost already. It's way easier just to build a new map over here on the table than sitting in the car, but here's another reason of why I don't recommend using the learn feature to do anything really. It's great to get you up on a trailer and get you where you need to go, but past that, you need to actually tune these things. So, gonna build a whole new map and then we'll get started finally. Finally about ready to get started. Feels like it's been about 10 hours. Kind of primarily smells like farts in here. I'm gonna roll the windows down. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't smell like farts in here. It just smells like old farts. A bunch of important stuff, so we have to cycle the ignition. And let's see if it'll start. Adjusted the throttle body and just did a TPS auto set. Let's see if it's any better. Getting closer. That's better. Alright, I can work with that. Idling here. Can't ask for much more than that. Alright, let's start driving this thing. Alright, to get started, unplug the methanol and took the vacuum line off the top port of the wastegate since it's AEM and it's easier just to eliminate it. So we'll do all of our part throttle this way and then all of our transition into boost, and depending on what wastegate springs it has in it, hopefully we'll just, you know, make some full runs, no methanol on gate, and then as we introduce the boost controller into the equation, then we'll start bringing the meth in. What's up?
You got any snap ring plow better than these? I just bought these things to snap them on anywhere for dime.
That's awesome. That'll get us close enough to the next go around, and I'll probably do this 2 or 3 more times. Alright, gonna start making some full runs. Part throttle stuff's good, it's running good. It wants no fuel at idle, and then it all wants to come right back after that. Not totally abnormal, but makes the curve look a little funny sometimes. Rolling into it was pretty far off, but once we got past that, it was within a few percent. Converter is saying that it wants the run sped up a little bit, so I did that, and I'm going to put a little timing in it. Fueling seems to be pretty close, so we're going to see where it wants to be on timing on pump gas. Then we'll turn the meth on and figure out how much more we can get away with at that point. Here's the difference in power with 2 degrees of timing. And there's the current graph. Alright, I lied. I'm actually perfectly happy with that power on just straight pump gas. So we're going to turn the methanol on. Now I'm not going to make any fuel corrections yet, just to verify that it's going to go dead fat to make sure everything's working correctly. If you look at the closed loop on this, you can see as I progressively rev it, it needs more and more correction, so it's about 10% off. Kind of would have thought it would have added a little bit more fuel than that, but it's got, I guess, the biggest nozzle or jet or injector or whatever the hell you want to call it in it. So I just made a custom table, basically a secondary fuel table off of RPM and map as the axis. Yeah, so we made our corrections there. I made 560 on that run. I guess I'm gonna make one more just to verify our custom table is working, and then we'll start turning the boost up a little bit. If you can't tell yet, I'm super paranoid about meth injection kits not working, because a lot of times they don't. So I'm not gonna make a full run. I'm just gonna get up into boost enough to verify that it's actually turning on, even though we kind of already did that, but better safe than sorry. Since I'm paranoid, we're gonna pull some plugs out, just make sure we're good before we turn it up any. Plugs look just kind of old and fat, but I don't really care about that so much at the moment. We'll put some fresh plugs in once we turn it up. I just want to make sure we weren't about to kill ourselves.
Nobody got to die.
I spent a lot of time here in this ramp-in region where we had this big lean spike, so we're a whole lot better now. I can live with that. Even though I pulled out some fuel, need to pull out some more, so that's actually a good thing. And that was with 1 degree more timing. So I think we know everything's working. We're gonna start turning the boost up a little bit now. I can never remember how to use these damn things. Alright, that should put us about 40% duty cycle, which is usually about where these things start doing something. And I put a boost cut in it for safety. Since when does something AEM related do exactly what you tell it to do? I look like it made 10 pounds, it made 632. Alright, pulled some more plugs, everything looks good. Maybe we'll get lucky this time and melt some straps off. I went from 40% to 50% on the boost controller. The further I go up in boost, like even the more conservative it is on timing. This sucks. It went up 1 PSI at like 4,500, 5,000, and then by the end of the run it was only up a half a PSI, so that's not worth anybody's time. Damn it, now what are we gonna do? What are the odds of finding this?
If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it.
So we'll tighten that up and we'll drop it back down to 50%, try it again. Works better now. Alright, let's drop that back down to 40%. Alright, we'll meet it in the middle at 45. Oh shit. So, he said he wanted between 750 and 800.
Damn right we did it.
So my guess is we're gonna call it good there, but I'll talk to him, and I gotta dig through this log, but as I was making the run, everything looked spot on, so we gotta get some plugs out of it and check it all out, see what he wants to do. All right, scrolling through and looking at the log on this, we're basically at like 17 pounds. We're at really within a couple of percent. So we're between 3 and 4 shy up top. So I'll throw a few percent in there. You can see our air fuel is actually super conservative. And I know somebody's gonna ask to see the timing for this.
And I would tell you what I do, but then I'd have to kill you.
Super sketchy territory. And showed this to Mike, and from what I've gathered looking here at our conversation, he might not be done yet. So I think going past here is gonna require a phone call. You're on speakerphone.
We having good news, bad news, something in between?
Well, something in between. You said 750 or 800 and we're dead nuts in the middle, but it kind of sounds like you want to go more?
I mean, go until you're uncomfortable and then go just a slight bit more. I mean, I'd like to be close to 800. You know, the internet says we can do it, Joe, so we must be able to do it.
Well, it gets sketchy, but if this had ethanol or something in it, I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's the meth injection 93 octane side that worries me. But what's nice is making power really easy, and all things considered, the boost's still pretty low. Plugs look good, log looks great, and I do like round numbers. If we're like 17 pounds, 20 pounds would be a nice round number. The nice part about you is you understand like the risk, and if it breaks, it's not gonna make you jump off a bridge or something.
No, we'll be back at the junkyard picking up another 4 elevator and back at it.
Well, speaking of jumping off of a bridge, these four-wheeler guys are gonna make me jump off of a bridge very soon.
Oh, they're still right by there?
Dude, it's every single day. Yesterday was unbearable. Today they're just like revving aimlessly for no reason. And we'll turn it up a little bit, make one more run, and cross our fingers and toes and nuts and whatever else we got to cross.
Yeah, let me know if I need to bring a mop bucket or what I gotta do if it decides to spill its guts. But
Yeah. Hopefully a rod doesn't decapitate me. That would suck. All right, I'll hit you back in a few minutes.
all right.
See ya. A few more pounds of boost it is, I guess. Throttle body's stuck. Why does this happen so often? Boost didn't go up very much. Probably have to try it again. Okay, the log looks incredible, like literally at 0 and 1% the entire run. If this was any other customer or car or scenario or situation, we'd just stop here. But given that it's Mike, and again we have a history, and he's seems to prefer to blow shit up, so I'm gonna try a little bit more boost, and if it doesn't make 800 on this one, it just is what it is. A little bit better, 780. God damn it. I got 40 pounds of fuel pressure at the end of that run, so
We don't blow it up till we blow it up.
go check the vacuum line for the regulator, but if the vacuum line is still on it, then we're done. We're at a fuel pump. So I made a little bit more power up here, but it was kind of struggling to keep up. I think we're sort of at the limits of basically about all of it, so it's a good stopping point. I've been completely unsuccessful at trying to blow up all 25 of his cars, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but this happens every single time where it's like, all right, let's push it further than we should, and then some sort of a part lets us know that we can't keep going. Blowing something up because you overpowered it is kind of, I guess, situationally can be fun or enjoyable, but trying to push things once there's actual problems is just stupid, and there's nothing cool about that. With all of that being said, this is actually a pretty fun car to do. It's a great looking car, and I think he's gonna have a ton of fun with it. Knowing him, it'll probably be for sale in about 3 days. So get your money together and get in contact with him. But that's gonna do it for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.